Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to today's video. I am charged up. My batteries are full after the last retreat. For the past 7 days, I attended a retreat, and I want to bring the topic that moved me the most during these days to the short video today. And I want to bring this important reminder and also an opportunity for you to reflect a bit. Where are you standing as far as community creation is concerned? Where are you at with your tight-knit circle of people who support you? A web of interconnectedness that allows grace to come through. And yeah, just the inspirations and the bits and pieces I collected during this retreat, just to summarize a bit and allow us collectively to remember the importance of unity and support and, yeah, mutual understanding, having a lot of compassion for our fellow citizens. And of course, we're shining a light on the women and non-binary people in our society, in our space, and what it means to battle competition and to long for community so much when everything on a more rational level speaks against it. So let's dive in together. Welcome to this space. I made it just for you. And so many of us are walking around feeling like we have to do everything alone. Because in our Western society, being independent means wearing a badge of honor. We tell ourselves, I got this, I don't need anyone. But deep down, there's often this quiet ache and a loneliness we don't always admit. This longing for true connection and real sisterhood and a place where we can just be. I get it. Believing that I am strong and self-sufficient and leaning on others was a sign of weakness is all too familiar for me. And I've learned along these years that we are not meant to do this life alone. And in moments of crises, we can't do it alone. True community is really the key to healing and thriving. And competition and comparison keeps us from the connections we crave. And how we as women or non-binaries shift the space of deep support and collective strength really matters. If you've ever felt like you've had to figure it out alone, or you've ever struggled to trust others, if you've ever wished for a space where you feel seen and supported genuinely, then this video is for you. It's about the idea that we have to be strong alone. Where does that even come from? I'm wondering. And if you ask me, it's a trauma response. It's a survival mechanism. And so it's something that is deeply conditioned. Our generation, our field, we've been taught that success means being fiercely independent, to never rely on anyone, to hold it all together, to never show weakness. On the surface, that sounds empowering at best, but in reality, it's exhausting. Because we are wired for connection. We thrive in relationships. Look at nature. Trees don't grow alone. Their root system, it intertwines and nourishes everything that happens. The bees, they work as a community, and so they thrive. And even all the vast oceans, they are fed by thousands of rivers. So we think we have to do it all alone, but it's against our nature. It's not natural, not healthy. It's not even powerful. At the end of the day, the most powerful thing is connection. And here's where it gets a bit deeper as well. Not only do we feel like we have to do everything alone, but we've also been taught to compete with each other. to see other women as threats instead of allies, to compare our bodies, our success, our happiness, to hold back from truly supporting each other because we think there's only so much success to go around, and that is scarcity, that is trauma. Success isn't limited, it's not a limited resource. Love doesn't run out. Another woman's power or another person's power doesn't take away from yours. Another woman's beauty doesn't dim yours. Another woman's success doesn't mean there is now less success for you available. Let that sink in for a moment and ask, if we truly celebrated each other, what would happen? What if seeing each other win and celebrate that was a possibility? Instead of thinking, why not me, why her, to celebrate the others. One of the most beautiful things about feminine energy is that she thrives in togetherness. She expands through support, love, and connection. She comes alive when she's surrounded by other powerful and loving women or people. Feminine energy is not meant to be isolated. One of my favorite teachers, David Data, I quote him quite a bit here, said a woman in her deepest radiance is not trying to achieve something alone. She surrenders into love and allows herself to be nourished by life, by connection, by the sacred. And that's it. The feminine is at her most powerful when she's not closing herself off, but when she is allowing herself to be held, supported, and loved. So how can you cultivate that true community and sisterhood? That's my question. How do we shift? How do we move from isolation and competition to true sisterhood and support? A few things I've been practicing in my own life are: be the kind of woman or person you want to attract. If you want deep, supportive friendships, be a deep, supportive friend yourself. Give freely without expecting anything in return. Celebrate instead of compare. When you see another woman or non-binary person winning, don't shrink, don't get jealous, celebrate her or them, because their successes prove that it's possible for you too. Create spaces of connection. Start a women's circle or send that text to friends. Make the first move in deepening your friendships. The community you crave is out there and you can build it because we rise together. So, there's one more thing. If you've been feeling lonely, if you felt like you have to do it all alone, I want to remind you that you are not alone with this feeling. You are worthy of the support. You deserve a community that lifts you up. And if all of this speaks to you and your heart, and you would love to keep this conversation going, I invite you to drop a comment below. What part of this video resonated most with you? What message? And if you're ready to go deeper, I invite you to book a one-on-one coaching session with me. You can find all the details how to reach me below. It's a true support system aligned with your energy. If you want to create a life and a career and a family of mutual support and trust, I see you and I want to support you, and I can't wait to grow together with you. So I'm sending you so much love. May this message reach the most deep and sensitive and passionate parts of yourself that are passionate for this work and passionate to grow and motivated to advance in life and in love and in all areas. Find that place inside that receives this reminder right now and goes into the following days, into the rest of this day with a lot of confidence and a lot of trust and the magic of life. Much love to you all. I'll see you next week.